and welcome back to the channel and to the last video you'll see with this custom Indian Scout. So unfortunately next week it is going back to more speed racing, and they are dropping me off 3 more bikes which are really something special. So I have got something to look forward to, which I am very much looking forward to, but I am sorry to see this bike go, and the other Indian Scout Rogue, because it's certainly made an impact on me. I really like this bike, and it's one of those bikes that I've wanted to keep getting back on, and unfortunately the weather is awful in England at this time of year, and this bike doesn't have any mud guards, so I couldn't ride it very often, but the times that I have been very memorable, and this is a bike that I will always remember, I can tell you that. I've not come far today because, as I mentioned, this bike doesn't have any mud guards, so the roads are slightly damp today and nothing's really come on the bike. But the owner of this bike, Colin, who owns More Speed Racing, he advised me don't ride it in the wet because you will get soaked, so I haven't done that. But obviously any kind of damp or mud is going to get flicked up and onto the bike, so I want to respect this bike because it's his own personal bike, and I respect every bike that I'm lent to ride because they're not my bike, so you've got to treat it with extra care, as I say. So I've not come far. I've come to this beautiful village called Braunston in Rutland. It's not far from where I live, and I love it here. It's a gorgeous town with some beautiful architecture. I've never ridden a bike like this in terms of extremeness in the customization, the way it makes you feel as a rider, and the way that it creates reactions out of other people. Everyone stops to look at it, even if they have zero interest in bikes. It sparks an interest, and it's definitely a talking piece. I don't think I would own something this extreme as a personal bike, certainly not as a only bike, but if this was a sort of second or third bike and you want something for a show and something to be crazy and really out there, what a bike. It really is incredible. And as I say, it's one of the only bikes that I'm actually sad to give back, and I would love to experience some more custom bikes like this and other models of Indians because I really like them. There's something about them and they're doing something right. So stay tuned for more of those. But as I mentioned, I've got 3 more bikes coming from More Speed Racing, but they're not Indians. They're not Indians, and they are really special bikes. So leave some guesses in the comments below what you think might be next, but they are unbelievable. So I'm really looking forward to having go on those next week. I might actually get out on them next week in real time because it's meant to be -3 all week, so it's going to be a bit icy, so I'll just catch up on editing, I think. But by the time you see this in YouTube trickery, you'll probably see it not long afterwards when this comes out. So, and some guy just did the hang loose signal at me. It's the reactions this bike gets. Everyone's got a reaction for it. It really does stir up some emotion in people. Little boy just there on the corner with a sort of bicycle that was made to look like a dirt bike, and he was in awe, absolutely in awe. With a custom extreme bike like this, there's always going to be lots of different opinions on what people like, and custom bikes in itself, I mean, you customize it for yourself, don't you? So this is built to the taste of Colin, who built it, and that is his bike. So anything that I might not like on it, or someone else might not like on it, he might love. So when you're customising a bike, you do customise for yourself, and that's the whole point of it really, isn't it? Because you're the one riding it, so who cares what anyone else thinks about it? It's all for you. And I love that this bike really showcases what they can do, and they really can do a lot of work in their workshop. So if you are looking at getting any custom work done, or you want to buy a ready customised Indian or other make of bike, then do give them a shout, because they really do know what they're doing. Now, as of filming this video, the first video with this bike has gone live a few hours ago. So I've had a few comments come in, and it's interesting to see. I think some people completely didn't get the point of the bike, and they've just completely missed the point and said, oh, it's not very practical, you couldn't ride it in the wet. Either they didn't listen to what I said in the video or they're just pointing out the obvious, but it's not designed for that, and it is designed to go on show at events like Motorcycle Live, and it's designed to be an eye-catching piece. It's not designed for practicality and everyday use. This is certainly not an everyday bike. But if you wanted an everyday bike, you could get a standard one or a less customised one. But this is just to show the levels of customisation that you can go to if you want to. I'm going to leave it at that today. All I wanted to do is get one last ride on this bike while I can. And there's some dark clouds creeping in, so I don't want to risk the chance of it raining while I'm out on this bike, because one, it will get filthy, and so will I. So I'm going to head home, do some editing. But if you've enjoyed this bike and you like the look of it, do check out my other video, which goes into much more detail on the bike itself, and a much longer video. And stay tuned, subscribe for more to come.